My name is Mats Lindholm, and I and my colleague over there, Mr. Tero Purosto, daytime we work at Puro Engineering Consultants. So the startup business we are now about to present is something we run on the side, and we freely admit that we still have some homework to do, but we are very proud of the value proposal that we are able to make. Because we are talking about green energy logistics, and in fact this means in the closest future when electric heavy vehicles, i.e. buses, will need recharging, we can provide the fastest recharging of a bus, providing 100 kilowatt hours in just 3-4 minutes. And this is our message, and we're not alone. Only some months ago, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, a big conglomerate, issued the same news. They develop electric buses, and alongside that, they also opt the automatic battery exchange system. So we are talking about the same things, and we are not definitely alone. But very briefly, our background, we come from an engineering consultancy doing mechanical design, designing machines for companies like these down here. And we employ some 40 people here in Finland and a subsidiary in Romania, providing low-cost country services. Management team, my colleague is the founder, the inventor, and entrepreneur, long experience in R&D and in industrial production of sheet metal products. While myself, I've run this company for some 8 years, and before that I analyzed engineering companies as an investment banking analyst. And we are the main drivers in PuroNovo. And 3D mechanics is mainly what we are about, and we also have electric and automation design. Why we ended up with a battery exchange station, an own product? Well, it has a lot to do with Rokla, one of our key clients. They gave us the challenge: can we address a problem they have with their automated guided vehicles, the big process industry trucks that move around in paper mills and steel mills? Because these warehouse trucks, they run by big batteries, but the batteries must be charged up to 7 hours every day. So practically they lose 30% of the capacity every day. So we came up with this solution and improved the fleet productivity, and also by the controlled charging, we can provide a longer lifespan of the batteries as well. So the first years were actually delivering these battery stations alongside Rokla's warehouse truck deliveries. So we have 2 operational stations out in the world, in France and Portugal. They run 24/7, securing the warehouse truck runnability at Portucel paper mill in Portugal and Condat in France. So we have a proven technology. It's no guesswork anymore, but now we are just applying it in a new and very fast-growing market. The first ideas we had on moving on to heavy commercial vehicles, we flashed over a year ago in Vantaa in a City Mobile conference, and from that we have very actively gone forward on this path. And earlier this year we filed a few patents to try to cover our asses in this particular a bus battery exchange solution. We've been actively looking for partners. We teamed up with Aalto University. We found a bus operator in Turku who is very actively looking in China for bus capacity. First it will be hybrid buses, but in a few years they will be providing all battery buses, even to Finland. And now we have the first commercial projects in preparation on the bus side. It concerns conversion of 10 Neoplan hybrid buses that will be rebuilt into all battery drive here in Riihimäki and delivered next year to the Arlanda area, where a hotel will service the shuttle traffic to the airport throughout the day and night with these electric buses and our SwapMate battery exchange station. And something about the investment case. We have a very strong earnings driver. Well, firstly, it will be the demand driver, of course, but an EV, electric vehicle megatrend, as we heard this morning in the opening speech, the adoption of electric vehicle technology might come quicker than we expect, and we tend to agree. And the private vehicle side, it's very heterogeneous, and we don't think it will be as fast, the transformation, as in the heavy vehicle side, where a bus is a bus, and you can have these same kind of batteries in the rear, and that's where we come in. Okay. We argue that the total cost of ownership for running an electrically driven bus is significantly lower than the diesel ones of today, and that will absolutely fuel this process. And even so, we see a payback time for the bus fleet operator of 6-7 years. But you don't go to battery buses just by flicking a switch. There are some technical constraints. Wall socket or opportunity charging, it takes time, and in metro city traffic, there is no time. Buses must roll all the time, whereas trolley lines are unflexible and rather expensive to build by the kilometer. Then there's a lot of talk about fast charging. We doubt that the peak power requirements when buses are operated will suffice, and therefore our value proposal should certainly attract attention. And finally, we see our customers as private or municipal bus fleet operators, but as well electricity utility companies. They might turn up as so-called petrol station runners. They provide mobility for heavy commercial electric vehicles, or then they might be interested in these very large battery storage places where you can buffer up energy. For instance, in wind power, where the production is very, very irregular. And well, this is about what I intended to present here. We have competition, a very big player, Mitsubishi, but that's quite all right. We are actually pretty happy about it. The arguments are the same, so there will be interest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I might be a little biased. We are invested in a company that does ultra-fast charging of batteries. So, But let me ask you the question, how much standardization needs to be done on the bus side to make use of your solution, or is your solution every time adaptable to how the design of the bus is?
Well, I would be prone to ask my colleague to ask. He's the technical guy. I just do the sales. So please, Tero.
So we aim to create a battery standard for the buses, that big one that we show in those pictures.
So you're going to try to set a standard of the interface, how to take the batteries out of a bus?
Yes.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
So, but you're talking about fast charging, but actually you are doing fast changing.
Yeah.
But I have a question to IPRs, that you did some collaboration with Rokla. So is it so that Rokla left that you keep all the sort of industrial rights to this particular system?
Yes, we have a deal with them limiting our operations within the industrial side of warehouse truck charging. There we are the sole supplier only to Rokla. We can't do business with Toyota or anyone else, but we have free hands to apply this changing system anywhere. So the field is open for us.
I think in Silicon Valley there was just quite recently relatively large funding round for a company who is developing this similar system for passenger cars. Yeah.
Yes, we have met them.
Question here, how long time will it take for the bus operator to change to this system?
Well, in this Arlanda case, the buses that will be delivered, the starting point is the hybrid bus with a combustion engine and electric drive, or what. Either way around, but anyway, the rebuilding is just a matter of months. So the supply of rebuildable buses, it's huge. And then we have, in the longer term, supply of fully electric buses, say from China. I think China will be the first one.
One very short question.
Yeah. I think you have solved some technical problems very well, as usually what we do in Finland. But have you really checked the market size? Because I feel that will be quite small.
Okay. Well, our gut feeling is that the market will be pretty big, considering that how many diesel-driven buses are there in any town, and they are all polluting very badly. And they won't be there for a very long time. What's the alternative?
The charging the batteries in future. This is temporary solution. They will do the charging in the end of the day. So you don't change them 30 years from now.
Well, 30 years. Well, it's hard to predict the future, but you can make a lot of money in 30 years.
No, market is starting only. Maybe after 10 years, sorry.
Well,
we're ending up in a discussion on philosophies here. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay.